Dolphin fans, I challenged you yesterday. Let's get this YouTube channel to 7,000 subscribers. As you can see, we're not there yet. So if you haven't already, please go ahead, hit that big red button that says subscribe. And if you know some Miami Dolphin fans, take this link down below, youtube.com/DolphinsNews, and send it to 10 of them. Coming up right now, we got a spicy Overreaction Monday show. Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports breaking down an Overreaction Monday around the Miami Dolphins. Now, I've never done a show like this on this channel, so what you can expect is something hot takey, something really, really spicy. Like, imagine you go to a restaurant, and the person offering you there said, you want mild or you want spicy? You're like, no, you know what, let's kick it up a notch. Let's get deathy. That's what we're doing here on today's show, and at the very, very end, I'm going to talk about Xavien Howard, so make sure you guys watch until the very end. The first thing we're going to talk about here are the Miami Dolphins going to make the playoffs? This is a fun team to watch from top to bottom, and at 7-4, I'll tell you what, if it were to start right now, yeah, they would definitely be in. Now, according to Football Outsiders, they have a 61.2% chance of making it, which has gone up 15 percentage points. Currently the 6th seed in the AFC, and when you look at their record against AFC opponents, they are sitting there at 4-3. Now, some of you are like, well, Mitch, what about, the AFCs? Can you catch the Bills? Sure. And actually, it's going to be a pretty interesting game because when you look at the final game of the season, it is going to be Miami Dolphins going up against the Buffalo Bills. Now, I'm going to take you through the current AFC playoff picture, and as a reminder, I'm obviously filming this on Monday. The Steelers-Ravens game is still yet to happen, but hey, don't go anywhere. I'm going to look into my crystal ball in about a minute or two. I'm going to tell you what the AFC playoff picture is going to look like at the very, very end of the year. So let's look at the Dolphins' schedule. Week 13, you better take care of business against the Bengals with no Joe Burrow. Then it gets tough, and I mean like real tough. You got the Chiefs at 10-1, who continue to look like one of the best teams, if not the best team in the National Football League. Week 15 versus New England, never an easy game. Week 16 at the Raiders at 6-5. There was some news around that game, but again, we'll get to that in a little bit. And then Week 17 at the Bills. Can the Dolphins and the Bills make it out to be the game that's going to decide the East? Hey, you're going to find out here in just a little bit. So then also, let's take a look at some other teams that are impacted here with the Dolphins. The Raiders, that's a big-time game, right? I mean, they got the Jets in Week 13. The Colts, not an easy game. Week 15 against the Chargers, the Dolphins, and the Broncos. But again, this has been a game that we got some news around today. I like how the NFL flexed this one. So it's going to be the Miami Dolphins at the Las Vegas Raiders Saturday, the day after Christmas at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm glad I booked a flight home earlier so I could sit down and watch this one. So what do you think? Will the Miami Dolphins make the playoffs? I want you to type M for make, or why don't you go down there in the comments section and type W for won't. Let's look at some of the other teams here that could literally push the Dolphins out of the playoff picture. I hate when the NFL does this. The Colts got the Texans, the Raiders, and the Texans. I hate when you play the same team 2 out of 3 weeks. It makes no sense to me. But then the Steelers and the Jags. All right, so we're going to go from the Colts. Let's now look at the Browns, where the Browns are sitting there at 8-3. But I don't know if they're going to make it. The Titans, to me, that's a loss. The Ravens, if they have Lamar Jackson, that's a loss. Giants, Jets, you should win those games. And people are like, oh, Mitch, what about the Steelers? What if they pack it in? I don't think you can pack it in because I know the Chiefs, I don't think they lose another game for the rest of the season, and I know the Steelers want to have that first-round bye. So now let's look at the Ravens here. Remember, they still have to play the Steelers, so they technically have 6 games, but I have them losing to the Steelers. I think that they beat the Cowboys and the Browns. I know the Browns have the better record, but the last time these two teams met, it was 38-6, and it wasn't even close. And then they take care of business against the Jags, Giants, and the Bengals. The final team here, I know we're talking about a lot of teams, but all these teams are important if Miami wants to figure out a way how to get into the playoffs. For the Patriots, I have them losing to the Rams. I have them losing to the Dolphins. I have them losing to the Bills. From top to bottom, it is a lot of stuff going. So I'm not going to show you the AFC wild card because I don't want you to see it, right? Because currently, this is the current AFC wildcard. It's all good. But as you can see right now, it is the Steelers, Chiefs, Titans, and the Bills. What about my projected AFC picture? Here it is. Can't see it? Oh, okay, you can't see it. It's the Colts at number 5. The Ravens are going to get in at number 6. the Raiders at number 7, and I know you guys are going to come at me. You're going to get angry with me. But for me, I have the Dolphins losing to the Raiders. I have the Dolphins only winning 2 out of their last 3 games. So yell at me all you want. It's all good. That's what this show is all about. I will say this. I've been wrong on the Dolphins the entire season. Maybe I'll be wrong on the Dolphins again. Now, hey, it's Cyber Monday, y'all. We got some crazy deals going on. Up to 65% off on some of this stuff. This face mask that you see here, normally $20, only $9.99. This sweatshirt, I mean, they're giving these things away for free. This thing's like 60% off right now. And if you need anything new, maybe a new stocking stuffer, or maybe you just put that on your Christmas tree. That thing's bright enough to be an ornament. That also comes in deal as well. But at chatsports.com/Dolphins Monday, we have Cyber Monday deals. It ends, guess when? At the end of today. So if you need something new for the holidays, go ahead, take advantage of this. This thing's normally like $80. It's on sale for $42. I mean, come on. It's a great deal. chatsports.com/Dolphins Monday. All right, this is the part where we're going to get spicy now. You ready? Is the offense better with Ryan Fitzpatrick under center? What do y'all think about this? Because, in my opinion, I mean, it looks pretty good with Fitzy, especially for fantasy, that is. So up against the Jets, and I get it, it's the Jets defense. They're not very good. 24-39, 257 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But how does Tua and Ryan Fitzpatrick compare for the entire season? Tua obviously started in 4 games. Ryan Fitzpatrick has started in 7 games. I'm going to look at completion percentage, advantage Fitzy. Yards per game, advantage Ryan. Touchdowns per game is actually probably closer to Tua. Interceptions, not good for Fitz. But then quarterback rating, that's advantage Tua. However, when I look at how both of these offenses move up and down the field, it's important to see, especially, let's look at his last 3 starts. Ryan Fitzpatrick has been a very good quarterback against good teams in his last 3 starts. 798 yards, 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a completion percentage of 68.1. On our post-game reaction show after the Jets, I asked this question, and I'm going to ask it again. Who is the better quarterback for the Miami Dolphins offense right now? Like, you are trying to make a playoff push. Maybe that 9-7 record that I projected might be a little bit different if Ryan Fitzpatrick's the quarterback. Seriously, though, type Fitz if you think it's Ryan, or if it's Tua, why don't you go down in the comments section and type Tua. For me, I honestly do believe, and I like Tua, and I'm going to talk about him here in a second, but this offense is clearly better with Ryan Fitzpatrick because Fitz isn't afraid to make a mistake. When I watch Tua throw the ball, it's a lot of checkdowns, man. And in his last game, 4.5 yards per attempt. That's not going to get it done in the NFL. And you can see they're already starting to figure him out a little bit. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why they did lose to the Dolphins. It's okay to make some mistakes. Or it's why they lost to the Broncos a few weeks ago. But with Fitz, I like the up and down games, but I also like that he's not afraid to chuck it downfield. So the next thing we're going to break down here is going to be around Tua and whether or not you believe in him long term, because that's an important question. Do you honestly believe in Tua long term? I want you to type Y for yes, or I want you to type N for no, because I'm already seeing it on Twitter. I've seen it on Instagram. People are saying it is time for the Dolphins to bench Tua for Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's going to be the next topic we talk about here. For me, I was excited when Miami went out and drafted him. And after the first 3 games, I was like, you know what? I might have been wrong because he looked really solid. But then he had a rough game against the Broncos. Now he's battling a thumb injury. Brian Flores has already come out and said, hey, if Tua's healthy, he is going to be the starting quarterback. In my opinion, if Tua's ready to go, he's your future. Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's not your future. So that's why I'm saying you start Tua now, this year, because as much as y'all are excited about the Dolphins, I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl now. And your goal should always be to win a Super Bowl. So Tua is the future. You play him right now. The last thing we're going to talk about is Xavien Howard. Is he the best cornerback in the National Football League? Coming into the year, one of the biggest weaknesses or question marks was the cornerback position. It's why Miami went out and drafted Noah Igbenogany out of Auburn in round 1. It's why they went out and paid Byron Jones all this money. And I'll tell you what, man, Xavien Howard has made a serious, I was going to say, what's the right word? Push that he's the best cornerback in the National Football League. Producer Bet's laughing at me because I'm losing my mind because these numbers are so good. 35 tackles, a tackle for loss, 15 pass breakups, 7 interceptions. Dude, this is in 11 games. And then it's not just this season. 15 interceptions in his last 28 games. There are NFL teams that would drool over that type of interception production. So, I mean, he is getting it done. His only issue his entire career is, can he stay healthy? He had an amazing year in 2018, made the Pro Bowl, led the league with 7 interceptions. He leads the league right now. He's playing the best football of his career. I do think that he is the best cornerback in the National Football League. So if you agree with me, I want you to type 1 for yes, or I want you to scroll on down in the comments section and type 2 for no. And if you made it this far in the video, we appreciate you here at Chat Sports. If you got mad that I don't think that the Dolphins are going to make the playoffs, hey, y'all, get in the comments. That's what we're all about here down below.